If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, oh, she's falling down. If they brag that they do not chase women, if they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for a woman, you like men. You want to be a princess. You want a man to chase you. They haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually gay, okay? Because a guy who like, guys know, like, it's not about chasing women in particular, like, it's more about pursuing a woman, okay? If they're like bragging that they do not pursue women, like, you're kind of girly, kind of weird. It's just not a flex, because the girls that are actually of high quality are going to not chase you. They're not going to chase your validation. They're not going to go out of their way to prove to you that they're worth being picked, okay? Because a lot of the high quality women that you want are going to require you to pursue them. And yes, I am referring to pursuing, not chasing. So if a woman's not showing any signs of interest, of course the guy shouldn't have to chase them, right? But if you're bragging that, oh yeah, like, I just, I'm not going to chase a woman. I'm going to have her come to me. I'm not going to pursue women. I'm going to have her come up to me. She needs to show me that she's worth being with. Like, I'm sorry, in what world? You are not the prize. The woman is the prize, always. And if you think you're the prize, sir, I think you need to be with men. You need to be with men, and you have to acknowledge the fact that you might possibly be gay. And that's okay. Just learn to accept it. Stop complaining, because the girls that you really want are going to require a little bit of effort. Sorry, sir. It's just how it is.
Every time men pull back, the insults come out. Gay, weak, weird, anything that hides the truth. Chasing only looks noble when it benefits her. The moment men stop running, the validation supply collapses and panic follows. They built their value on being desired, not being disciplined. Men stopped chasing because chasing never paid off. Attention turned into currency, and men got tired of spending for nothing. They realized the prize was often the performance, not the person.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I gonna have, like, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, like, oh my gosh.
Modern dating became a trap of contradictions. Men risked their jobs, their image, and their sanity just to say hello. One wrong tone, one awkward pause, and suddenly it's harassment. Then the same voices cry that men have gone quiet. You can't punish pursuit and demand it in the same breath. Silence became self-defense. Men learned that distance keeps peace, and peace lasts longer than validation. What used to be effort is now risk, and most men finally understand the trade-off. They're not scared to talk. They're tired of proving innocence before interest.
So why do men no longer come up to women? I asked this in a TikTok last week, and it got so many comments, especially from men. And I just want to preface this with, this was no shade to men. This post was no shade to men, and neither is this one. I was just genuinely curious and asking. I love men. I think they're awesome, and I think that they're a little confused right now. But most of the responses said something like, we were told not to go up to you guys, and we were told that you want to be left alone, and you just want your own space, and you don't want us approaching you. Which for some women, that can absolutely be true, but I love meeting people in person, and I just think that it takes a confident person to go up to someone when you see them in person, and I think it's a really cool way to meet people rather than meeting people online. And we're also saying things like they were called creeps and weirdos, and they don't want to be called that. It's not a pleasant experience. But I will say that it has to do with how you approach a woman. Like, for example, myself and my friends have had men come up to us with a really, really intense energy, like a very in-your-face energy, and they're really nervous and they're kind of scattered and they're very pushy or weird, and their energy is just off. And one of the most attractive things to a woman is emotional intelligence, and that shows within like the first few seconds of meeting someone when they introduce themselves to you. So if you're gonna go up to a woman, just like take a calm, deep breath. If you see a woman working on her laptop or something at a cafe, you can go up to her and be like, hey, my name is so-and-so. I thought you were really beautiful and you seem interesting. I would love to get to know you more if you're interested. And then slipping her your number on a napkin or something, you know? Like just coming up to women with a calm energy and not giving off this like needy energy or this like pushy energy. I think that is what women don't like. I think it's really sweet and cute to be approached in person, and I know that there's a lot of women like me. There's probably some women out there who don't want to be approached, and that's fine, and it's hard to tell who's who. But I think you can tell when you go up to a girl kind of right away if she'd be interested or not based on her body language, and just be calm and natural and don't overthink it. You know, I know that's easier said than done. I've only gone up to a man once in my whole life, but I think that might help. I don't know. I think I'm just someone who's very interested in people interacting with each other and having experiences and building community. And I think the world is growing more and more introverted and people are on their phones more. And I just think it's beautiful to meet people out and in person. And I just don't want to lose that as a humanity.
Here comes the instruction manual, written by the same people who said, "Stop approaching us." They demand confidence, but only from the men they already like. Everyone else? Creepy. It's selective morality disguised as advice. The truth is, men don't owe performance art to be seen as human. The best approach now is none at all. Watch how fast interest fades when attention stops being free.
I think that most guys I know, most guys I've ever met in my life, would never want to date me. I know that they feel this way. I can just sense it. I think that most guys I know are like, Fiona's cool, would never want to date her. I'm pretty hungover, but I'm going to explain with my one brain cell. Men often have opinions or say things that really don't make a lot of sense about politics, psychology, social culture, feminism. I often find myself disagreeing with men, and I simply cannot let them think that they're right. So I want to debate. I want to argue. I want to prove you wrong. And I bring sometimes an aggressiveness to my debate style. No, you know what it is? It's a confidence to my debate style. I know 2 guys who I've debated with who have beat me. And I've said, you know what? You're right. In my life. And my dad's a lawyer and I beat him every damn time. He calls me up. I'm sorry, you're right, I'm wrong. I don't think a lot of men love this. So I turn off the majority of men with this little spice, but I think I will attract the best 1%. It just hasn't happened yet, but just wait on it. Okay.
Honesty finally appears, but not self-awareness. Most guys wouldn't date me should be reflection, not pride. The market speaks through outcomes, not feelings. Men aren't rejecting beauty. They're rejecting entitlement wrapped in confidence. When every man is labeled not enough, maybe the mirror deserves the question. Attraction isn't oppression, it's preference. And preferences don't apologize.
I swear that men don't actually want to be in a relationship with the really attractive girl. They just want to experience her, be in the presence of her, show her off as a trophy, but they never want to actually date that girl because they get too insecure. And I honestly just met this guy and he kind of told me the same thing. He told me he had dated one really tall girl in the past that was really pretty and he got too insecure. And she was a little bit taller than him. I was an inch shorter than him. And he kept telling me things that I should have seen as a red flag, but I wasn't thinking about it. And now I'm currently getting ghosted and I should have kind of seen that coming. So basically he told me that he saw me at the gym 2 years ago and thought about me for 2 years because I was like his dream type. And then he saw me again because I don't go to this gym often. And he was like, I have to ask you out. And he didn't tell me that right off the bat. He told me once we were like a few dates in. But like, then he told me that like he genuinely just goes on dates with pretty girls just because he's in the presence of a pretty girl. Men really are just that simple. They want to be around us. They want to brag about us, use us as trophies, but they never really have any intention of locking the pretty girl down. And I feel like that proves my point, because now he's ghosting me, but he's watching everything that I am doing. And I just think that most men can't handle the pretty girl. They can't. And it's just unfortunate, because it's like, why did you have to pursue me then? Like, why?
Ghosting isn't insecurity, it's indifference. Men aren't intimidated by looks. They're exhausted by attitude. Beauty with entitlement is a luxury tax few want to pay. For years, attention was guaranteed. Now it's conditional. The narrative flips, and suddenly peace is mistaken for weakness. If men leaving you alone hurts your ego, maybe the problem isn't them. It's the silence exposing your value.
All right, this video is for the men. I really genuinely want to understand your perspective on this, because I don't think men are being listened to enough when it comes to the dating world. I posted a video yesterday and I was just asking, like, why would a man not approach like a woman? And that was at least the intent of the video. And I had an insane amount of guys comment on the video and say that they think that women are going to look at them like they're creepy, or they're going to be tagged as creepy, or something that they're not. So there's clearly like a way bigger issue here that people are not talking about. So I guess I want to ask, like, what would make you feel comfortable going up to a girl? Like, what hint could she give to you, right? Like, is it a smile? Is it like, please, you say hi now, because I'm scared of being tagged as creepy? Like, what is it? Because here's the issue, a little bit of the issue. A lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women want to be approached by the guy, okay? And they think that if you don't approach me, you're just not into me. So now we have men thinking they're going to be tagged as creepy, and women are like, well, this sucks because guys aren't walking up to me. So I'm just curious, like, men, what would make you more comfortable? There's a big issue here that needs to be talked about.
Finally, a question that isn't loaded with blame. The answer is simple. The cost outweighs the reward. Men aren't anti-love, they're anti-liability. Dates turned into interviews, affection turned into obligation, and marriage became a contract with penalties. Relationships started feeling like performance reviews. Men got tired of being measured instead of valued. Every action had to prove worth, and every mistake carried punishment. What used to be partnership became probation. Men stepped back, not out. When respect returns, effort will too. Until then, quiet is cheaper than chaos.
No one wants to date a bigot, and I think politics play a larger role in dating and dating choices by women than men are even capable of understanding. And then I think they sit on the internet and complain it's because they don't have enough money and they're too short. But really, it's because of your fucked up belief system. That's why women aren't dating you. If you voted for somebody who repeatedly bashes marginalized groups of people, bashes minorities, bashes women, has no respect for them at all, yeah, that says a lot about your character, and that's unattractive to most women because that's an ugly trait to have. It shows that you condone those behaviors. Young women are shifting more left, and if you continuously shift more right in response to that rhetoric, then yeah, it makes you more unattractive to them. Voting for a man who is proven guilty of violent crimes towards women is indeed an unattractive quality. It shows us that you don't care about how that affects women at all. And I think to a certain extent, these men understand that, which is why they're on their dating apps saying they're moderate, saying they're apolitical, and all of these things, when really we know who you voted for, and that does make you undateable, and it does make you unattractive because you condone terrible behaviors towards women and minorities, and that will never be attractive. If you want better results in dating, I implore you to change that belief system.
Modern dating turned into an ideology test. Agree or disappear. It's not about connection anymore. It's about compliance. She doesn't want a man. She wants approval that looks like one. The same voices preaching tolerance collapse the moment they face disagreement. Men didn't go silent because they're scared. They went silent because peace lives outside the argument.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. You likely aren't making plans. You aren't initiating conversation. Your text messages are really dry. What are you doing? Are you wanting the woman to chase you? Because if that's the case, then you probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men. I just don't get it when men say things like this. You probably don't text first in the morning. You don't say good morning. You don't say good night. You don't check in. Like, you want to be single. That's what you should be. If you're not pursuing a woman, then you want to be a woman. Like, this is the problem with guys nowadays. They're so fucking feminine that they want the women to do their job. No.
We're back to shaming as strategy. When logic fails, insult the target. The truth is, straight men stopped performing interest for people who confuse attention with affection. They can call it gay, weird, or boring. It changes nothing. Modern men are simply unavailable for manipulation. That's not orientation. That's evolution.
Why men stop chasing? Y'all know, Becky. You want to know. Number one, you become too available. Too available. Men love pursuing a woman and chasing after her and wanting to get her. It's a game that they want to win, just like any other game. Fucking golf, any freaking sport. If you drop everything, the second that man texts you, he is not going to see your time as valuable at all. Number two, sometimes he just got what he wanted. Maybe Jimmy wanted sex with you and he got sex with you. That's intimacy. He got it, he's gone. Maybe he wanted attention. Maybe he just wanted you to notice him and approach him at a bar. He got that, he's out. If the chase ends, so does the effort. This smells so fucking good. The mystery disappears. The mystery is like foreplay. And if that expires, the buildup expires, then curiosity fuels interest. Don't give him the whole story on date one. Last but not fucking least, sit down while I tell you this, brace yourself. Jimmy was never interested. Never. He never wanted to pursue you. If he's hot and cold, he's interested one time, not interested the next, he's on and off, only texting you on weekends. He never had real intentions to begin with. So that means that you didn't do anything wrong, but you're just not the one. I hate when people blame themselves because, like, honestly, if it's not meant to be, it won't be. Be completely and utterly your authentic self. And if he walks away, leave the door wide fucking open and slam it on him when he leaves. The right one will come. Don't settle for Jimmy. Just like be the one they regret losing.
They still think it's a game. Do this, say that, make him chase. But men already stopped playing. The trick doesn't work when the prize isn't interested. You can't out-manipulate someone who's detached. The chase ended when men realized peace feels better than validation. Now the silence is permanent, and the confusion is priceless.